And I know what you see in me. You see the truth, see the me in me. You see enough to believe in me. You see your son.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thanks for watching my new video. In this video I have this beautiful olive green smoky look going on with a tiny bit of gold olive green glitter. We have a bit of warm tone going on. We have a very surprising waterline, and we also have a very gorgeous beautiful nude lip. It makes me like so beautiful. Anyways, if you are curious on how I created this look, then keep on watching. So let's do a makeup. I wanted to do something with olive green, smoky eye kind of look with something with gold and blue, but I have this thing in my mind, but as you guys know, we never know how it turns out. I'm going to start off with the Hangover primer from Too Faced. I'm going to apply this on my whole face. As you can see, I am breaking out at the moment, and I'm not sure why, but it's pretty bad. If you guys are looking for a nail update, well, they still look well. And then for a foundation, I'm going to use a drugstore foundation, which is my fave. I think it is my favorite drugstore foundation, and it's the Dewy and Smooth from Maybelline. I have no idea why not everyone's like talking about this. I do get it though, if you have combination to oily skin. This is just going to be a little too dewy, oily for you. But if you are more on the dry side, girl, you need this foundation in your life. And I believe it's like $6 at Target, something like that. So I'm in the shade 220. I hope I'm in the shade 220 because I'm starting to get real pale again. Ooh, that's a little too much. I'm going to use my Zoeva brush, and this is, it's the Petite Face Finish brush. Going in with the foundation. Such a good foundation. I actually really like the smell too. So if you're wondering why I always put products on my lips as well, because if you're going to apply a lip product later on, it's just going to show off way more on a blank canvas instead of like your natural lip color. But I do get it if you don't like it, so you don't really need to do it. That was very like British. Do you know what I mean? Do you know? For concealer, I'm going in with Jouer High Covering Concealer in the shade Macadamia. You guys know I love this concealer, super covering. Taking my damp beauty blender, I'm going to blend everything. And then I'm going in with another concealer to highlight it a little bit more. So I'm going in with the shade Custard, which is lighter. And then also to get more coverage, but also to highlight my under eyes just a tiny bit. To contour my face, I'm going to use one of my favorite contour sticks. This is Artist of Makeup contour stick in the shade Medium. Actually, I'm using cream contour like all the time now. You guys know I love to contour my forehead, chin area, under the lip, a little bit lip line, like right there, and down. Going in with my beauty blender and blend everything. For powder, I'm going to use Flower powder. I think that's the Better Not Bitter powder from Beauty Bakery. I've used this in my last video and actually really liked it. Although I felt like some places were a little drying, I do feel like it's going to look better with this foundation since this foundation is super dewy. So make sure there are no creases as usual. I'm just going to powder the places where I've put highlighter. With the powder, we kind of like set the places where we've put concealer to highlight the face. And to like set my contour, I'm going to use this Sculpt and Shape Contour Palette from MAC, and I'm going in with this shade right here. I'm going to use this brush. This is from Elsa Makeup in Blush Brush, but I think it's a very good contour brush. Going back in with my Beauty Bakery powder and my beauty blender to kind of like refresh my contour, but also to bake just a tiny bit, because I don't like to bake for a very long time, because I feel like that looks sometimes a little bit too unnatural. Now I'm just going to get rid of the baking powder like that. Yes, that looks pretty good. Let me see what I'm going to use for highlighter, because I feel like using another highlighter that I don't use very much. And so yeah, let me see. I thought let me use the Anastasia Beverly Hills amoresss highlighter because I don't use this as much, but not because I don't like it. It's more like I keep forgetting about it. Okay, I do feel like I have to kind of like damp my brush to really get that glow going on. So I'm just going to do that real quick. For blush, I'm going to use the Becca Chloe Malika palette again, because I really love using these blushes, and I'm going to mix these two. They have a little bit of shimmer in it, but not like too much. So it's not like you wear a highlighter and a blush in one. It's just like a blush with a tiny bit of dimension. It's really good. Going in with my Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist for all the powders to... You see, this is what I mean. If you use a very dewy foundation, even if you're a little bit more on the oily side, you can use a lot of powder. And actually, it doesn't really look powdery like in real life, but I still feel like using a dewy skin mist because of the feeling of the powder. I really don't like the feeling of heavy powders on my face. It doesn't feel very heavy, but you guys know what I mean. I want to feel like butter on my face. Okay, that's what I want to feel. As usual, I'm going to do my brows off camera, and then I'll be right back to zoom you in, because we are going to do something fun with the eyes. So be back in a sec. So the brows are done. Actually, I've used another brow gel today that I really like. I'm going to show that to you, but as usual, I always have to search when it's actually in front of my eyes. Where? Ah, right here. It's from Juice Beauty, and I can't pronounce her name, Gwyneth Paltrow. Actually, she is the owner of the company Juice Beauty. Very like organic makeup. They also have skincare. I really love their skincare. And I actually used the foundation that I really liked. You know, remember the foundation? I didn't like the illuminator, but I did like the foundation. But this is their brow gel, and this is in the shade light medium. But it's like weird brow gel, because if you put it on, it's just like I can't really explain it to you, but it's just like thick and creamy. And at the same time, it does give a little bit of pigment, and also it kind of like gives the effect of having hairs. So it's actually a very good brow gel. I really like it. Impressed, Juice Beauty. Okay, come to Mama, because we are ready. We are nicely zoomed in. I am actually going to use 2 or 3 palettes today. I can't really show you the palette that I'm going to use. Why? Because, well, I can't show you, but 2 or 3 shadows are broken. So the palette that I'm going to use is Zoeva Eclectic Eyes, and this came in the mail like this. I think the delivery man, the postman, wasn't really gentle with my package, but anyways, I'm going to try to use it, especially these 4 colors right here. You see that? So beautiful. And I'm also going to use Natasha Denona Safari palette, because I think it's just the 2 palettes complement each other so well. You see how beautiful. I know, so beautiful. So I'm grabbing a kind of like a flat eyeshadow brush. I'm not sure which brand this is. I believe it's BH Cosmetics. And I'm going in with this shade right here, which is called Thorn, right here. I'm just packing the color before I blend it. So I'm still pressing it into a lid, creating a C shape. Then I'm going to grab this beautiful color, which is called Savannah, and I'm going to mix these 2 colors, and as well as blending the edges of this shadow. Now I'm taking my Eclectic Eyes palette from Zoeva and going in with No Party Press. This beautiful, such a unique color, so beautiful. Going in with this together with my Crayon Case Small Shadow Blender, and we are going to blend the edges all the way up to the brows. Okay, like that. Ooh, beautifully blended. Going to do the same on the other eye. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going back in with the Zoeva palette, and I'm going to mix dimensional play and nuanced brush strokes. And I think this is going to look so good, especially because I love mixing warm and cool tones. And you guys see, it just makes the whole look interesting. Instead, I could have also like used a very dark gray color, which will which would look a little grungy as well. But I don't know, this makes it look more interesting, don't you think? Like mix warm and cool tones together, you guys. It's just so beautiful. Okay, so the colors that I'm talking about are these two colors, the shimmery colors, and I'm going to put that all over my eyelid. And the brush that I'm going to use is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush in number 41. Okay, so this is the blue one. Not everything has to be perfect because we're going in with the brown color a little later. You see, I think that looks super, super beautiful. I'm going back in with the Thorn shade, which was the brown shade, and I'm going to make the brown a little bit more visible. I'm also going to apply a loose pigment from P. Louise. I wanted to use this shade for such a long time. This is the shade Icy, which is beautifully, it's kind of like these two colors, but then in a pigment together with a little bit of gold. I think it's going to look amazing. So I can't wait to use this, and finally I'm going to use it. I'm also going to apply a little bit of the NYX Glitter Primer. So the pigment is really going to stay in place. I knew that this glitter was going to look so good. It's so beautiful. I'm going back in with my Natasha Denona Safari palette, and I'm going to use this dark brown color right here to smoke out the outer corner. Not too much, but just a touch. Not too much, but just a touch. I'll be back in a sec. Next thing that I'm going to do is actually I wanted to use a kind of like matte khaki color eyeliner, like a really nice green eyeliner, but I don't have that. I only have like glitter liners, and I don't want to use a little bit more glitter. So I thought, let me do like kind of like create my own eyeliner by using this lip palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I thought green, you mix blue and yellow to get green eyeliner. So I'm going to try to mix it on my hand to get the color I want, and then I think I'm just going to do an eyeliner, maybe like without a wing. We'll see. So I think this is a beautiful color. I don't know if you can see it right here. It's like a really nice dark green. I've mixed blue, yellow, and a tiny bit of white. So we'll see how this goes. I hope it's not like too creamy. I think that looks pretty cool. It's not like extremely visible, but it looks good. I added a little bit more white just to show off the color of the eyeliner a little better. So I also use the same shade I'm going to use on my waterline as well. I'm going back in with my Natasha Denona palette, and I'm going in with the first color that we've used, which is Thorn. Going to smoke out my lower lash line with this. I kind of like smoked out the lower lash line, but I feel like something is missing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use a color like Tribe. Very, very orange color, and I'm going to smoke out my lower lash lid even more to make it look slightly more interesting. I'm going to apply mascara and lashes a little later because I'm going to use this beautiful lip color from Makeup Addiction Cosmetics in Bare Face. I've never used this, but I don't know why actually, because you guys know I love my nudes. It looks so good. So good. Going to use my MAC Cork lip liner as usual. Oh, okay. First, let's get rid of all the fallouts and clean everything up. Wow, that is such a beautiful cool tone lip color. So gorgeous. Kind of reminds me of the Rocking It gloss from Dose of Colors, but then a liquid lipstick version. Super beautiful. It does smell very weird though. No, the smell is weird. So it's actually quite moisturizing. It's kind of like a liquid lipstick, glossy liquid lipstick, but I'm not sure if this is still going to dry. Ooh, you guys, this lip color, oh yeah, now it's getting dry. You see that? It's a little dry, but not very uncomfortable until you like put it together. And what I like about it, it blurs the lips. You see that? I'm going to fix this thing right here, which annoys me a lot. And I'm going to apply some lashes, some mascara, and then I'll be right back to show you guys the end result and do some posing, put on some music, feeling myself. Woo. Okay guys, so that is the final look. I've applied House of Lashes Iconic Light Lashes. These are so beautiful. Every time I use them, I feel like give me some more. I have to use it more often. But I do feel like I say that in every video, and I do feel like I said it 4 times in every video. But you guys already know I'm a mess, okay? And you accept me how I am, and that's why I love you. Anyways, I really love how this look came out. I wanted to do something with olive green for so long, and I do feel like, ooh, this one has a little bit more glitter. Going to fix that in a second. But I do feel like it goes really well with brown colors. And don't be afraid to use, you know, cool toned colors, even gray, even blue. It looks good. It looks good with warm brown, with orange. And you can just do any look with any color, I feel like. And the lip color, oh yeah, I put Rocking It gloss on top of it because it was a little drying, which was so weird because it took a long time to dry, you know, for my lips. But yeah, so far I really like this look. I hope you guys like it too. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, leave a comment, and follow me on my other social channels. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.